Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. This is Ziggy here. We are here at Ziggy Auto Services. Today, we are doing a test. We're going to do the shock absorbers, front shock absorbers. I'll show you through the process of how we're doing this. And spanner that you're going to need. Okay, we did this side already. Okay, let me do this. This side we fitted it already. We fitted this side already. So we're gonna do the other side. So taking my tools. Push. Okay. So the first thing you do, you see this nut here, this lock nut here. You loosen this lock nut here. That's the first thing you do before you loosen these bolts here. You loosen this nut here. You loosen this nut. You don't take it out completely. You just loosen it, because if you take the shock absorber out without loosening this, you're gonna have some difficulties to take it out, to remove it while the shock is out. And number two, loosen this, size 12 volts. This. Loosen them. They are loose. Then, after you finish here, you come here. You come here. This is the shock absorber. This is the shock absorber. So we're gonna loosen this bracket here that holds the pipe, size 13. Loosen this bracket out. Take the bracket out. Take the bracket out. Number two, we're gonna take these main bolts that are holding the shock absorber. So these bolts are tight, guys, so I'm gonna use the power bar. I'm using the power bar because these bolts are too tight. Okay, I'm just gonna pause the camera so that I can loosen these bolts here. Okay, guys, crack the bolts with the power bar. Now I'm able to use the ratchet. I need to lock this side here. Second one. Now, okay, so as you can see, the bolts are loosened out. So now taking these ones out, taking these ones out that are holding the strap in. It's okay, guys. The shock is coming out. So you're taking it out. See, the shock is out. The shock is out. Taking the shock absorber out. So now we are gonna use this machine now to take the spring out. Unfortunately, you guys, you won't see all this, so I'll have to pause the camera. So we hold the strut or the shock absorber in this, place it on this machine here, and then we place these clamps here so that we can be able to take out the spring. So you turn up here, turn up this, okay. So guys, you turn this thing like this, I have to pause the camera. Okay, now that we compress the spring with the machine, so now we can take this nut, we can remove this nut now, we can remove it out. The lock nut, we can remove it completely out because we have completely compressed the spring. Oh. Move this shock saddle out. And then another thing you can do is to mark where your spring ends. That's another thing we can do. The spring, it ends here because we need to put it the same way it was. So take the marker, you can even mark it here, put a marker here, because we want to put it to the very same way it was when we're taking it out. You see, put a mark there. Okay, put a mark because we want to put it the same way it was. And then I'm gonna remove this plate here. So guys, I have to pause up the camera. So we remove this plate here. Remember, we've marked the spring, we've marked the rubber, we've marked the plate. So that when we're putting it back, we're putting it back the very same way. So we remove this one out. And then we can release now the spring. And then we take the shock out, the old one, and then we're gonna fit the new one. So this is how it is, guys. So I have to use two hands in order for me to release the spring. So I'll pause the camera again. So as you can see now, you remove the spring. The old shock absorber is still there. So you can see, this is how you test the shock absorber if it is finished. When it's right, this thing is supposed to come up on its own. When you press it, as soon as you press it, it's supposed to come up. But now it's stuck down, which means this shock absorber is finished. So it needs replacement. That is the reason why we are changing these shocks. you can see this thing is not popping up on its own. So I'll show you on the next one, on the new shock. So this is a shock absorber. Another thing that is important here, if you can see, it's written front left shock absorber. So you mustn't make a mistake to put the left on the right and the right on the left. It's very important to read on the box if what is written. It's written front left. And another thing, you can't put the rear on the front and then the front on the rear. Put the shocks where you're supposed to put it. So this is a new shock. This is a new shock absorber. Take it out. And then I want to show you something here. Taking this one out. So I'll do the test to show you how this thing works when it's right. So I'm gonna press the shock down. Pressing it down, you see, it's coming up on its own. So that shows that the shock absorber is okay. But if it was starting down, then there was gonna be a problem. As you can see on this one here, it's stuck down to show that the shock absorber is not working. So this one is popping up on its own, which means the shock absorber is okay. This is how it's supposed to be, guys. Press it down, it must come up on its own. So now, when I put this one now, this new shock on that machine there, so that we can be able to put the spring back, to put the plate, the rubber, everything, to lock it up and put it back on the car. So I'm gonna pause this camera for now, guys. Thank you. Okay, so I've gotta fit this on this machine here. I love this machine, guys. Make things very easy for me. It's just I'm working alone. That's a problem. I'm working alone, so I won't be able to. Okay, put this locker here. Lock it like this. This is how we're doing it, guys. This one here, then we'll put this cushion rubber here. This is a cushion rubber for the spring, so that the spring don't make a noise when it goes to the bumps. Put this cushion spring here, and then put this strut spring or shock spring. Put it like this. Make sure you see where this thing, where it starts. Here, this one must be lined up with this. You see, this one. Let's go straight here, like this. Make sure if you put it lined up with this, and then we are putting this plate here. The way we're gonna put this plate, must be lined up with the marks that we have made. You understand? And then now we're going to compress the spring so that we can be able to lock this shock here. See my spring compressor? Put this here, put this here, and then I turn it. See? Easy like that, if you've got the right tools. And then I turn here, but now I have to use both hands in order for me to compress the spring here. So I'll have to pause the camera. Okay guys, I've compressed the spring. Now I'm I'm about to put this plate here. If you can see, there's a key way where this thing fits. You don't just fit it. This must be lined up with these two openings here. So I'm just gonna put this like this, and then you try to lock it up on that. This thing must lock it up on that. It must lock. Aibo. Okay, let me check something, guys. Okay, guys. Let me show you how we put this plate here. So as I explained before, if this was locked up with these two keyways that you can see on this plate here. Let me show you that this one needs to lock up on this and that. So you don't just put it on, you must make sure if it's flushed in. So you put a plate in, okay guys, after you've lined up that plate there, make sure if these marks they still are the same from the spring to the rubber to the plate, they still stand the same. Then the last part, you're gonna put this one here, shock saddle. Put the shock saddle. Shock saddle, there's no way to line it up, you just fit it on. It's got a bearing, and then this is the lock nut. Then you put a lock nut. Must go by hand, guys. Make sure you don't cross thread it. Yeah, then okay. Okay guys, I'm gonna need to use both hands there, so I'm gonna pause this camera for now. Thank you. Okay guys, after we tighten this lock nut here, see this, the marks that I've made earlier is still lined up. This one where the spring starts is still lined up here. So now I'm gonna release the spring locker. I'm gonna release it. Use both hands, guys. Still lined up, just like that. It's like that, guys. Then our shock absorber is free to go. Our shock absorber is free to go. I'm gonna take it and put it inside the car now. So I'm taking the shock absorber from this machine here. So I'm going to put it inside the car now, guys. So this is a test. I did the rear ones, I did the front. There's a lot of things I did on this car here. So now I'm doing the last part. shock absorbers. So I'm gonna fit the shock absorber now, guys. I'm gonna fit the shock absorber. We replace the old one with the new one. So now it's just to fit it on. Thank you, guys. I'll show you the final stage. Thank you.